We have a roof. What do you think, Ed? Hello, good morning and welcome to our channel, Quinta, Fonte, Pipa. Firstly, I want to apologise for any background noise because Dad is working, so I'm not complaining. Gosh, this week is going to be a busy one. So our main priority is getting the milking parlour done. And I'd like to address a few of the questions we had in last week's video about the Christmas market. Originally, we were doing the Christmas market. When we signed up for it, we could have done all of the days that they had prepared. I think it was 15 days. So that was 6 more than last year. But they've actually, once we got accepted for doing the market, they changed the dates and then it was 22 days long from 9 o'clock in the morning till midnight for most days. And we have kids being born. We also need to get the milking parlour done. The milking parlour is our main priority as it is our main future source of income.
Oh yeah.
So this is our main priority. As much as we'd have loved to have done the Christmas market, I and everyone else in this family have way too much on our plate. So I am trying to study for my driving licence. I'm milking goats every single day. I'm up here trying to help Dad. I'm also still trying to build our website that's been in the process for too long, but I am getting there. That should be out hopefully in the new year. My birthday's coming up as well, and I will also have an update on my boyfriend as things have changed in that department as well. So I'm gonna give you guys a little update on my boyfriend. So he had a date for an appointment, I believe it was the 11th of November, and then that got cancelled because the doctors went on strike. He then got another appointment for the 23rd of November, and we went to Quinta and they did his surgery and it was a success. But the thing is, he had 2 extra electrical connections and they've only managed to burn one of them, so he still has the other one. Yesterday, no, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, we went to Castella Branco to visit another heart specialist to get an update on everything, as he's still having a few heart palpitations in the evening, so they put him on some different medication for that. And we are going back this afternoon, I believe, to put him through what they call a stress test. So they're gonna hook him up to some monitors and make him run to see how his heart's working, because he really wants to get back to work. And for those of you who don't know, my boyfriend is a sapador foreste, so he is one of the sapadors. So what do we have, our English equivalent? Not a fireman, but he is one of the first responders and takes care of any fallen down trees during the winter season and cleans out all of the gullies. So it's quite strenuous work, and we just want to make sure that he's 100% okay to go back to work, so nothing happens while he's at work. So things are looking good in that department. We have 4 mums due to birth this week. Norma is extremely large, as you might have seen in last week's video. She has been known to give us 4 babies, so we're keeping a close eye on her. Bounty, Storm. We have another one due to, but there's so many I can't remember all of their names. But I'm hoping I might be able to share my birthday with one of the little baby goats, because tomorrow, in fact, is actually my birthday. So by the time you are watching this, I will officially be 21.
mobile scaffolding. So I'm going to use the bucket to lift me up so I can fill in and render the missing parts up there that you can see and seal the edge of the building off, because it's the first sunny day we've had in a long time.
And Molly's on cement mixing duties.
Back at it. Got my job back.
And get the ladder in a second. So as you can see, we've obviously got a roof on the barn. And what I've got to do today is fill this in like this, tapering down. Let the cement go off, and then we'll screw the edges down. You can see a bit of metal bar sticking out there. That's one of the roof supports. The other one is here, which I've cut off so it fits just inside the brickwork. I've got to cut that one to be the same. But I fitted these last two sheets on, I think it was the day before my brother and father left, my family left for England. And I didn't want my brother to work on the last day because he had a 24-hour drive all the way back to England in front of him. So I went and bought the last two sheets that we fell short of because we miscalculated. And I came back and I whacked them on the roof and then went in and spent the last day with my family. So now the sun has arrived, it's time to get back on with all the work. Don't try this at home. Oh.
And the sponge is to smooth it.
Yeah. Bit awkward left-handed. I think what I might have to do is take this tin off and pull it back. It's so awkward trying to lay under this. Right, I better have that drill back up here then.
And you're doing what, Molly?
I'm trying to get all of the concrete debris and building bits of rubble out of the wash gully. So this is where all of any spillages, pee or poo will get washed out of the barn. I'm just trying to clear the floor up a little bit.
I hate being on roofs. Build a sink area there.
Okay. And where the chiller is, yes?
Well, no, the chiller's going there. I've got to build this wall up to the roof. I've got to build another wall here so the big stainless steel chiller tank goes in there that holds 500 litres of milk. And over here we're going to have a sink somewhere because we've managed to buy a second-hand sink. And we bought a gas boiler. Which will go on the wall in here somewhere to give us the warm water to clean the milking machine. So I've got quite a lot of work to do yet. Well, I guess before we go and eat something I better put this render up there, look, fill in the gaps. Everybody see the gaps of the orange bricks are called tijolo in Portugal. This is what they use like in England as a standard brick. This is their standard brick. And you can get them in many different dimensions. So, and because they're easy to cut, you use them just to infill that section up there. What I'm doing. Alright, yeah, that was it. Oh, still a bit tight. Yep. Bloody roof. What idiot put that roof on?
Yeah.
What's that?
All the little bits that are getting dropped.
Yeah, it's because Molly's decided to try and clean up, bless her. So her old man comes along and makes a mess.
Oh, Mummy, you look like you're going to pop. Look at this. He's not ready yet. I've just come up to check them as one of the girls is screaming and I think she could well be in early signs of labour. And it's this one over here, it's Storm. There she is. Good girl. Yes, I know, darling. I'm going to stay nearby just in case she needs any help. And this Eileen, not this little terror, this little one here is Donut. Well done, Storm. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, another one. Wow, twins. Okay, good girl. Okay, I'm going to leave her to it.
Yesterday, Mum and I went to collect some terracotta blocks. We collected the wrong ones. We had to go back and exchange them. But now, finally unloading them. Hello.
Well, this little lot is to go in the gap up there. Well, I finished off this yesterday, so we've now got the window frame in the hole, perfectly sized. I've just got to screw it in and silicone seal it, so we'll have a window there. So we've got a stainless steel sink to go here, which will go under the window there. Oh. Well, I finished all this rendering off yesterday around the window frame, like you see up here. Well, it's all a bit ugly because that's a lintel under there to support it, and then I come back later and then I fill in the void that's there. I'll put another couple of rows of blocks up on here. You can see this is taller now. Before you could see through. It might make a bit more sense now because I've been trying to explain to everybody how it's going to work. So basically the goats are going to come in through there and then come along here. This will be further back, and then obviously, as we said before, they get their heads in here, and I'm going to put some sort of railing along here like this so the goats can't fall off the end, and when we wind this machine back, their bums touch on here, and then their udders are kept at about this distance so we can connect them. I built a set of steps yesterday. So I pulled this one yesterday. This was done the day before. I've just put a cap on the top of it, but so now we can get up here, which now we've done it. You wish you'd done this 2.5–3 weeks ago, because getting up and down on here. So this is for us to sort of come up here and we'll walk behind this. So we'll literally open it up, and in here is where we'll walk along for the feeding. So all these compartments get filled up with feed, and then we rotate a handle here, which rotates a part in there, and there's gaps here in front of every goat, and it will disperse the feed, which slides down that, and you can't see it at the moment because this is laying in the wrong position, but there's a trough here, so when the goat they can eat. So, and those Tajulos we bought to fill up this gap in here, and the gap there. I've rendered all this along here. I've done it on the inside and the outside. Obviously I've got a little bit in there when I do the return. So it's slowly moving forward, but it's moving forward.
And this hole is where they leave?
Oh yes, sorry, when we've done it, there'll be a door of some sort. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a swinging flat door on there or a vertical one, but then the goats will leave and go back out into their field, and then they can go back in their barn at night. But we're going to milk them in the morning. Obviously we've got to see, haven't we, about whether we're going to do them twice a day or one a day, and that depends on the goats themselves, if they're producing enough milk to do them twice a day or just once a day and let them recover. So, but we're going to milk them in the morning so their udders lift up, and then hopefully we'll get less scratching on their udders and things like that. It's been a bit slow on videoing this week, unfortunately. So it's Saturday today. We've had a couple of sort of delays in the week. It's been Molly's birthday. She's going out today for a meal with her boyfriend that she wanted me to go, and unfortunately I said no, I can't, I've got to carry on working. So, and then tomorrow I'm going to be editing this video that you're watching right now. And
also tomorrow we have the vet coming.
Oh yes, we've got the vet coming tomorrow as well to take all the bloods of the goats and everything else. So,
for those of you that are new to our channel and haven't seen some of our previous episodes, this here was our pig shed that Dad has restored into his workshop for turning wood pieces. For those of you who have watched our previous videos, you will know that this shed gets quite damp in winter, as all of Dad's sandpaper went damp and we had to throw quite a lot of stuff away. So Dad has been sent an amazing product by Vevor, and Dad is going to give you a review on that in a minute, but this product is actually really helpful and is going to make this shed a lot drier and keep all of his stuff safe and protected.
So as Molly's just said, this is from Vevor. It's a diesel heater, and Vevor have got their own one which is contained. This has got the diesel tank inside it, which I can fill up from here. I put the diesel in it. I have sort of cheated a little bit that I've already used it and had it installed, so I won't bore you with a lot of that, but one, it comes with a remote control. The level of our garden outside is about the height of this white wall, so I'm actually underground a little bit, and it when it was pig sties and before I rendered the wall, it used to get quite wet and damp in here, and when I started with the lathe work, all my sandpapers and everything would get damp and would go curly, and it just made doing woodwork a bit of a nightmare. So I really appreciate Viva sending me this, thank you very much. It runs from a 12-volt power supply, and I've got a car battery down there, and because I've already got one, I'm using a car charger to keep the battery charged, but you can buy very little cheap 12-volt power supplies online, which you would literally just positive and negative, and it'll make it work. It comes with an extension pipe here, which fits on the end where the hot air comes out, because often these are sort of put in camper vans and motorhomes and things, and then you can direct this into the cabin or wherever you want it. There's an exhaust to attach underneath it, an exhaust pipe under here, and a little air filter. So I won't bother you showing you the sort of how to install it, but this is where I have had it installed. Basically there's an exhaust tube here which I've fed out the door, and there's another hole there which is where the air filter is, which I've mounted underneath it, and it comes with all the instructions on how to fit what I've just explained to you in a little book that comes with it. As you can hear, the pump has started, which is pushing the diesel through. So it's almost about ready to fire up. There we go. Now pumping out warm air. And it's already pumping out lovely warm air. and it warms this entire workshop up in minutes and keeps it warm as well. It's very good. You can adjust the temperature on it, how much power it's putting out. So it's number 8 setting, you'll hear it quieten down. I'll put it down to number 1 so you can hear the fan slowing down. You can set it with a thermostat and everything else. I think this is brilliant. It's going to be great for the workshop. It's just a shame we can't show you how warm it is. I could put a thermometer in here, but you just have to trust me. It's really putting out some good heat.
So I would like to say a really big thank you to Vevor for sending us this diesel heater, which will be keeping Dad warm throughout the winter months.
Look at it. And if you notice inside Jeff's field, Jeff has not done all those black spots. My friend the wild piggies have, and they've started to ruin this fence already. So I've come this morning to have a look and see what I can do with it. With all the work going on, I've already put this here to put an electric tape to stop the pigs on the outside trying to get in. Now they've ruined some of it around the corner around here. Look. I've just got too much going on at once for one bloke to keep up with it all. They've been here, look, and they've ruined it. They completely stretched the living daylights out of it. That was like a guitar string. And there's no brakes on the end of it, I've checked. What they've physically done is stretched the wire. So I'm in two minds about what to do with it. Whether to put a tensioner in there, or I really don't know. And the worst bit is all the way down here. You can, on this slope here, on the bank where Sandra is, there's a slope. I've wedged rocks either side of that fence, and that's done a good job. Nobody's tried to get in or out, meaning Jeff. But all this is the pigs. They've been all along here. And they've been in Jeff's. And they've all been through here. And thankfully for me, in a way, where I hadn't tied the bottom wire on this stretch of the field yet, meaning I hadn't clamped the bottom wire here, they lifted this all the way up and they've just gone straight underneath it. Which is a good thing, because that means that they haven't stretched the wire like they've done on the other side. But it's more that they wanted to get into where Jeff is, and they're ruining Jeff's fence. And then by doing that, that means Jeff can then start trying to get out. And he's the thing I worry about, because I don't want my girls getting pregnant and ruining their milking cycle. So I'm just going to put a little clip in now of some pigs last night that were right here. But they've been all through here, and they're after the olives, the dropped olives on the ground. These trees have still got loads on them, which obviously we're not picking this year because we just don't have the time, and we haven't got enough trees left. Like I was saying, we haven't got enough trees left that are in good condition after the fire It's actually worth anybody else's while coming and picking them for us and cleaning the trees and then taking 50% of the profit, or the value of the olives rather than profit. But because there are people that will come and do that for you, but they get 50% of the olive oil at the end of the work. It's not really worth it for anybody at the moment, and I've got to keep focused on this milking parlour.
Well, I'm up at our feed room, and just give you a little update. There they are, 2 little girls that you saw being born earlier in the video. And this is Mum Storm. You beautiful little girls. They're very tiny. Normally we'd leave them with Mum for 48 hours and then we put them onto like a self-feeding bucket. But because they are so small, they're probably going to be in here with her for probably about a week. But yes, 2 beautiful little girls. Well done, Storm. A little bit of sunbathing going on here. They've all been out first thing this morning. Now they've come back to chew their cud, bless them. It's big fat Flo with her baby. Two little terrors here, little pumpkin, and this one is Muffin's little girl. So if you're watching this, Eileen, this is Muffin's little girl. Donut. Dear little Edna, enjoying the sun. Hey, beautiful. Here we go. Surely, Norma, it can't be much longer. Look at you. Like a table. I just noticed that Bounty wasn't with the rest of them. Again, she is due to give birth. She has a massive udder, bless her, and she's brought herself in the barn. So I should imagine today's the day. I'll come back and I'll check up on her in about 20 minutes, just to make sure she's all right. Good girl. Okay, so there's another one. Okay, I'll leave her to it, like I always do, and I'll come back in a minute. Good girl.
I've finished all the blocks that we bought, and I've only got these ones left over from, I don't know, a couple of years ago. They're actually a slightly different size, by nearly a centimetre narrower. So if the wall looks wonky, and I've got Edna at the little entrance down here, laying down.
Oh, laying down?
Yeah, she's laying down.
Okay.
Looking up at me, aren't you, Ed?
Edna.
Crazy thing. So your side of the wall is going to get tiled here.
Okay.
To a certain, well, you know that. I'm talking to,
Yeah. Because this is where the chiller's going, isn't it?
So then I'm going to put a wall out there, and then the chiller will be in here. Yeah, that sounds like a Norma.
I'm going to go and have a look. Oh no.
Hello.
Have you lost everybody? Oh no. Oh bless. Oh look at them. We found a bit of shade. Not really helping, are they, Alex? But
No, it doesn't do a lot, do you, Edna? Hey, can you pass me up some more pug, mate? And get me some more cement? Oi, more cement. Can't get the staff, can you? Hey, oi.
retrobates, all of them.
Well, it's Sunday morning and we've got the vet coming shortly to do the annual tests on all the goats, which is bloods and everything else. This is our hay barn in here. And we have, I hope you're going to be able to see it, we have a new mum here with two beautiful little girls that she's given us. Little one, and there they are, both girls. And over on this side we've got a new mum over there, which I don't think you're going to see the size of her udders, but they are absolutely enormous. And she's had, what, Molly, a boy and a girl?
A boy and a girl, and the other two were two girls.
Yeah. And this poor little girl has been battered by one of the bigger ones, and the right side of her udder is black with a bruise in it. So she's trapped in here to recuperate, which she's doing very well at the moment, but also because we want the vet to manually, you know, physically look at the udder. And the reason we've got the Kinsella to my left here, trapping those two women in there, and this one over here in a little pallet box in the corner, is because the vet likes to come and go really quickly. Yeah. Because we're obviously not the only farm he sees, and the first couple of years that we did it, we weren't very well organised, were we, to say the least. No. We were pretty terrible, really. And he was getting a bit peeved off, you could see he was, because he was spending 3 times the amount of time on our farm than he should have been. And as we're a relatively small goat farm compared to some people with 500 goats, you know, he makes his money by visiting the big farms, and he earns very little from small farms. So it's more important, the smaller you are, to be more efficient. Yeah, more as best laid out and as best organised as you can be for the vet. That's the main goat barn where Molly's going.
The plan is open.
Hang on. So the plan is
Open this one. Release one goat.
One goat, which gets trapped along again. The gate shuts against the Kinsella there. Then it can't run off outside. It can only come in the barn, a bit like a corral, as they're known. And then the vet will probably have his tray of blood over there, because he has all different.
Fridge out.
Yeah, so he's got a safe, clean spot to keep all his test tubes. But
no blood.
But it's not just ours. When he comes, he's obviously got the previous farm's blood in the test tubes, in the other test tubes. So we're hoping we're going to let one at a time in here without them running off and the normal grief we get. And he can grab hold of it, do the business. We've got. Do you want to show the tags and the chips?
The lovely microchips.
And what I've just explained about this corral and everything else, we had 2 young ones last year that were at the right point to be tagged and chipped. and the chip is huge, which is why I've got Molly to get one out, is to show you.
It's the size of my finger, I'm not sure if you can see that.
And they throw that down their neck and that stays in their stomach, and the chip corresponds, like this set here, there's a chip under there, and that corresponds with the corresponding ear tag. And we let 2 little babies out. One had a chip.
No, they've both had their ears tagged, but minus the chip.
But minus the chip. So what we're going to do today is get him to put the chip in the relevant goat. So, and we'll get that back to square one to be spot on, really.
Get all of that sorted.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to go and try and do a bit of work on the milking parlour. And as and when the guy turns up, he'll give us a ring probably 20 minutes before he turns up, saying he's on his way. And then I'll come back up from the milking parlour and be around here with the girls. Because
he didn't give us a time, he just said he's coming in the early part of the afternoon, so...
Because of what we just explained, sometimes it goes easier on farms, and sometimes it's a chaotic mess and he spends longer at other people's places, so he can't give you a defined time anyway. So
especially if one runs off like ours did last year, hence no tag.
But we got the big ones growing here. The big kids rather. This lovely little one here has been named after my mum, haven't you, Sarah? Eh?
Oh, and that brown one walking out now, the complete brown one.
Yeah.
Eileen, that is Muffin's little donut.
Yes, this is Donut.
I don't know why it's brown, but...
All of this lot are staying in prison until the vet has turned up. So we're going to give them a little bit more straw, a little bit more hay rather. Don't tell Sandra I just called it straw, she'll tell me off. So you little lot are going to get prodded and poked shortly. As you wouldn't have seen, we didn't film anything when the vet was here. He's just left. We didn't manage to turn the GoPro on. We had everything all set up. GoPro was on its tripod, ready to be filmed. And we didn't hit record because he just got straight in there and we got everything done really quickly. But they have had all of their bloods done, their wormers. Some have had some chips and tags. I think that's all he did, and their normal vaccine. So yeah, goats are done until next year.
Thank you for watching the video. If you've got this far, you've seen it all. We would like to thank everybody for subscribing, watching our videos, just generally supporting us. We really, really do appreciate it.
And for all of those on Patreon and to buy us a copy, thank you very much, everybody.
So we want to wish you guys a very, very Merry Christmas. And whilst you guys are tucking into your Christmas dinner, we will be out there in the cold milking our goats.
Yes, no rest for the wicked, 365 days a year.
Including your 21st birthday and Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But hey ho, it's the way we work on a farm. So thank you guys for supporting our channel.
And we'll see you all in the new year, eh?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Take care, have a good time.